Right. Welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm your host, Black Irish. Good to see you guys here yet again. Well, just want to get this show. It's going to be a really short show. Get you guys getting in there, getting out, so you guys can get to your gym, get big, make some money, meet some new people, travel, all that good stuff. So I don't want you to keep you stationary right here. Or if you like listening to my voice, hey, here I am. And if you don't mind, just going to throw it out there. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscriber button, like, share, all that wonderful good stuff. Every time you do it, it helps me generate more videos and helps other people find the channel. So please do me that solid. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the Tia Mowry situation and a lovely video that she made. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. And first I wanted to show this one video that really shows you where the mindset of most women are. Predominantly one specific group, but we're not going to go down that route.
What comes first, your son, your husband, or your dad? What's number one?
Number one, I don't have a son. So let's just put that out there. But
Shocker.
if I did have a son, it'd definitely be my child first. Then my dad.
And then your husband?
Yes.
Why your husband last?
Because I don't have a husband, so I wouldn't know what it feels like to have a husband.
Shocker. Simply shocking. She doesn't have a husband. What a freaking shock. These women have no idea what's up.
I was going to put a husband first. You understand what I'm saying? I had a dad my whole life, and my dad was always number one. You know what I mean? I don't have a son, I have a daughter, but if I had a son, my father would want my son to be number one, and then he comes second. The man that come later, they don't really, because they come and go.
They come and go.
They come and go.
That tells you the type of men that she goes after. The fast guys, the guys that use her guys. And like I said, women will tell you everything that you need to know. Oh, was she used by men? Oh yeah, because you can look at her bio on the dating apps. The dating apps tell you everything. I don't need no baby daddy. I don't need no drama. I'm not looking for no sugar daddy. I'm not looking for a step-in daddy. They tell you everything they went through. That's why I'm telling you, listen to them. Listen to them and they will tell you the entire story. Why I say this is wrong is because we are conditioning our women to think that a man who busts his butt every single day is not good enough, that a man that puts his life in danger every day isn't good enough, that a man that does everything traditionally he's supposed to be doing just isn't good enough. But a woman can come in here and do the bare minimum or do what she's supposed to be doing, and we uplift it to the moon. And now we have this condition where we have the baby mama syndrome, where every woman thinks that their boy is their prince because they went out with a Pookie and Ray Ray who clearly wasn't good enough to be with them. They knew they weren't good enough for them, but the seed is what they needed. They needed that seed because that was the best thing that they could get. And I say they because they're bottom of the barrel trying to get Pookies. Your child's already going to be taken care of. You already know this. You don't have to say my son comes first. He's already being taken care of. Your husband should be first. And the fact that she doesn't have a husband or doesn't know what it feels like, but you had a father. Your father was your role model. If your mother was smart, she made him first, made him sure that he came home, had the plate first. Your children are going to eat anyway. But showing your man that, yo, you did all this, you worked hard for me, you worked hard for this family. Here's a plate of food, warm, ready to go. No questions asked. And again, for all you broken women out there, we're not talking about the Pookies and Ray Rays. We're talking about the average man who does what they're supposed to be doing, that you keep calling, who you yell out as being like the Pookie and Ray Ray, and you treat them like the Pookies that you refuse to admit that you go out with. Your man comes first. Your child comes second, you come third, because you rely on that man for support. You rely on that man for protection. Stop acting like we're 50-50 straight. We're partners, but we're not partners, because there's always going to be one partner that does more than the other. Shocker, you don't have a man because you don't know how to pick a man. And no matter how many times you screw up, you continue to pick the same broken men over and over again. Oh, you want to get mad at me for saying that? Am I lying is the question you need to ask yourself. Am I lying? Am I lying about that? Most of you can't even admit that, but you'll sit there all day long talking about how, oh, it's not this, it's not that, it's that. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Recovering from a divorce feels like a whirlwind journey. I found that through the process, divorce isn't a place where we arrive. It's entering a new chapter of life with many nuances and no one-size-fits-all handbook. One moment you're relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant. Then suddenly, waves of emotions hit you all over again. It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed.
You want to know why it's not discussed much? Because women don't want to admit the fact that when they get divorced, it's the stupidest thing in the world. You have TikTok that tells you how great it is, how wonderful the world is. The world is your oyster. At the age of, 43, 45, you're finding yourself. You're finding yourself at 45 years of age. Why is it that you need to find yourself at 45 years of age, but you need a man that's already been built and already at the where you need him to be? But you're allowed to, as being a woman that is treated the same as a man, you don't have to be already prepared for that man. The man has to be prepared for you, and you can go backwards and restart yourself. This is why women aren't taken seriously. I didn't say it. I'm just saying what you are projecting, what you're actually saying. It's your inability to know what you want. You can create a life. You can build a family. But you can also destroy a family when you don't know or you don't feel good anymore.
Especially when there are kids involved. You strive to be a role model, teaching them resilience and self-care. You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup.
So let me ask you a question. At any time that since you say you're a role model, did you ever think that leaving a good man was a smart thing to do? See, you won't tell them that, but you'll tell, I'm going to teach him how to survive after a divorce. You shouldn't have to. You should be sitting here basically going at it about how being divorced is the last source. Last resort. You don't go down that route unless there's no other options. He has yet been proven to be a bad man or abusive, even though you went online as if he was this monster, but he didn't prove anything to you or show any proof of evidence that basically that's who he was. Oh, but you want them to be prepared to be single mothers. That's what you're doing, Tia.
With exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future. It may sound cliche, but time truly does have a way of soothing pain. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience.
I tell you, women are mostly narcissists. Listen to how she's talking. She's trying to do the soft voice. She's acting. She's not a very good actress, but she's an actor. She is projecting as an actress, putting on a show. And a lot of you single baby mama drama women out there basically eating this stuff up. Oh my God, girl, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, when I got divorced, I thought the whole world was coming crashing down, but I had to find myself. Girl, I know what you're talking about. My man wasn't nothing. He always used and abused me for 15 years straight. He never let me leave the house. The door was locked and the food was only on rations. I had to drink the drippy faucet water from the sink on the bottom where all the poison is just to survive. I could never leave the house. My legs were broken. I was an invalid. I could only communicate by deaf mute. He did something to my brain so I couldn't use a cell phone. You know why I'm going like this? Because it's stupid that everyone says that they were abusive, but usually most women who are in abusive relationships stay there for 15 years. They will keep reproducing for 15 years, and they keep doing it because no one calls them out. I'm going to call you out. A lot of you women pick and choose the worst type of men and then complain when the worst type of men do exactly what the worst type of men do. And she's like her. She comes out here crying about the chapters. My life needs to be changed and all this other. No, you're full of crap. You're full of crap because you decided to leave a good man.
For anyone who is going through this, I would love to hear your experience. Share your story because there's power in dialogue. As women, we take our power back by sharing our stories and bringing any deep shame we hold from this experience into the light. I love you guys. Tia.
See? Women's power is in their words and their emotions. Men's power is in their strength. Women can come out here and tell another woman about a stupid sob story, leave out a whole bunch of the story about how this and how that and how bad he was and what. She won't mention any bad things that she did, but she sure as heck will go out here and tell you, well, he did these things to me, and these girls will listen. They won't ask for context, but if a man says something, immediately they want context. What I'm getting at is that she wants, when women use TikTok and they're crying on the camera and they're putting on makeup, they're looking for other sad people to justify their actions. And then when it doesn't go that way or doesn't go the way they want to, all of a sudden the comment section gets turned off because they weren't getting the traction that they thought they would. So you look at this woman as she goes out here. This guy was a nice guy. And you left him because you thought you could do better. Went out with a pookie, didn't pan out. You already created, I think there was 3 kids she has. You have 3 kids, and you want to live your bestie life. I get sick and tired of hearing women talk about my bestie life when you have a relationship with a man and you have children. This is why I say women are like children. How do you go around acting as if being an adult is a switch you can turn on and off? When you have children, you living your best life, that's over. You should have thought about that before you got on your back and opened up your you-know-what. It's ridiculous that we do this and we allow them to get away with this. If you were so serious about having a good relationship, guess what you do? You would have vetted the man. And if you didn't vet the man, that's on you. If you had a good man but thought you could do better, that's also on you. You have not proven that this man was abusive. And thankfully, I see in the comment section, not just men, but also women calling her out. Nah, you left a good man. You're being stupid. No, you thought you could do better. I'm going to keep my good man. I'm not falling down with you. Thank you. Praise be that we have women that think with their heads. Because a lot of women have this immaturity of thinking they can always do better. And then when it doesn't go out the way they want to, boom, you want to come out here complaining and biatching and moaning and saying all this extra stuff because you want all these women to agree with you, to be just as corrupt as you because you followed a pattern, a chain reaction of women who follow it's the same trend that men ain't ish. We don't need them. I can live my bestie life. I need to discover myself. I'm sorry. Are you a teenager? You're 45 years old. What are you discovering? How long does it take you as an adult to discover yourself? And you want me to look at a woman and see her as my equal when she needs to go back and restart her life just to know who she is? This is ridiculous. But we give them a pass, which is why at the Man Cave, we don't give these type of women passes. You screw up, we're going to let you have it. We're going to bring down the thunder, and we're going to let you know that this is not going to be tolerated. This is not going to be tolerated.